Good morning, second grade math students. How are you doing today? I hope you had a great weekend. And today I am going to help you solve some word problems. Now remember, word problems are like story problems. They have a little text for you to read, and then you are asked to solve either one-step or two-step problems. Okay? All right, so for this lesson you're going to need your workbook. And we are on page 257. Looks like this. And if you have a whiteboard, get your whiteboard and a marker. And if you want to use some base 10 blocks to help you solve this, you can use that as well. Okay, let's read the I can statement. I have it written right here. And let's go ahead and read it. I can use models and equations to solve word problems. Okay, one more time. I can use models and equations to solve word problems. So this is lesson 6.6, and we are on page 257. Okay. All right, let's get started. And we are going to work on the solve and share, the problem with models, and I'll read that to you as well. Trevor made 20 apple muffins for the bake sale. Ryan made 15 banana muffins. They sold 23 muffins in all. How many muffins are left to sell? Solve any way you choose, show your work. So when they say any way you choose, they're talking about the different strategies. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a list of the strategies right here that we've already been practicing. Partial differences, compensation, break apart numbers, exchange and regrouping, open number lines, and back in the past we learned about bar diagrams. And the bar diagram in the Envision curriculum is also the same as the whole, the parts, the whole, total, and the parts diagram. So you have your two parts that lead to the total. So this is what a bar diagram looks like. Is what they're calling a bar diagram. Okay, and this is related to our fact families. Okay, so I'm going to put that down for now. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the open number lines and the bar diagrams, because those two can also be used as models. Not only are they strategies, but they're also models. So when you're drawing your model, you can draw a bar diagram or an open number line to show your thinking. Okay, so that brings us back to the story problem, and I'm going to go ahead and use a highlighter. And one of the important things I always ask you to do is read it first. So you want to do the R, read, and then you want to go through and circle the numbers in there. So I'm circling 15 and 23. And then I'm going to go ahead and read it again. Trevor made 20 apple muffins for the bake sale. Oops, I forgot to circle 20. Ryan made 15 banana muffins. They sold 23 muffins in all. So in all is important. So that's a word that's important. So that I'm going to underline. How many muffins are left to sell? Okay, so this is going to be, right away I'm going to know this is more than just a one-step problem. This is a two-step problem. So I take out my whiteboard and I'm thinking about, what do I need to know? Okay, I've read it and now I've circled the numbers and some of the important words. What do I need to know to solve this? Trevor made 20. So Trevor made 20 apple muffins. I'm going to call him T. Ryan made 15 banana muffins. So R for Ryan made 15. They sold 23 muffins in all. How many muffins are left to sell? So I'm going to have to figure out how many they sold altogether, how many they made altogether, because I know what they sold. So I'm going to add these two together, and I'm going to go ahead and Do my ones first. 0 plus 5 equals 5 ones. And then I'm going to do my tens. 20 plus 10 equals 30. So I know that together they made 35 muffins. Doesn't matter that they were banana or apple or whatever. That's an extra word you don't need to worry about. So together they baked 35 muffins. And then I need to know what else I need to find out. So I'm going to read the next sentence again. They sold 23 muffins in all. So right away I'm seeing that they baked 35, but they didn't sell 35. So now we have a subtraction problem because the next line says how many muffins are left to sell. So we have 35, which is the total of what they baked, minus 23, which they've already sold. And now I have to figure out the difference, which is going to be what they have left to still sell. Okay? So being able to solve these problems, you have to read, really important, and then draw a model that's going to help you. So and equations. I'm going to go ahead and do my decreasing number line as a model to help me and a strategy. And I'm going to start with the 35 and I'm decreasing. I'm going to the right. Okay, and I'm going to go back 2 tenths. And then I'm going to count back 35, 25, 15. Okay, but I'm not done yet because I still have to take away the 3 ones. So 15, 14, 13, 12, minus 3. And I'm going to double check that. 15, 14, 13, 12. So I end up at 12, and I'm thinking they have 12 muffins left to sell. 12 muffins left to sell. So I'm going to go to my hundreds grid, and I'm going to first check the first part, the one part of the equation, the first part, which is 20 plus 15, and I find 20, and I go up 1 10 and 5 ones, and I ended up at 35. So I got the first part right, and then the second part is 35 minus 23. 35 minus 23. Because 35 is the total of what they baked together. 23 is what they sold. How many is left to sell? So then I'm going to go back 2 tenths. 1, 2, down the number grid, but up the chart, and then back to the left 3 ones. And I end up at 12. Which is where I ended up when I did my model. Okay, so you're solving two-step problems. You're making sure you're thinking about what it is that they want me to know. Okay, and then you're also thinking about what I need to find out and how am I going to go about doing it? What strategy am I going to use? And what model am I going to draw? Okay. The open number line is a great model to draw. Great model to show your thinking. Right? And always use the hundreds grid to count back up. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you those strategies again. We have partial differences, okay, and this is where you separate them into their tens and ones. Compensation, that one is where you are adding a little bit onto one side and then to the other side of the equation, so both sides are going to be equal. You're shifting the number line. That one's challenging. And it doesn't always work. It has to be close to a 10. And then we have break apart numbers, which is my favorite. and exchange and making a regrouping and exchanging. 10s for 1s or 1s for a 10. And then your open number line and your bar diagram, bar diagrams, which will always they'll never fail you. The open number line will always work. Counting up or counting back, depending on whether it's subtraction or addition. Okay, all right, one more time, let's read the focus question. I can use models and equations to solve word problems. Okay, your equations and your model. Your model. You gotta label your model. Don't forget to do that. All right, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.